So if that feels true to your heart, then Heather, to wait, then absolutely wait. If that's what feels right for you. But if you're stirring and you're like, I got to do something, okay, then start showing up every morning to hone your skills, which you're very intuitive, you get messages, you get all those things. And so, are you doing your meditation practice, your journaling practice? Like, what kind of skills do you need to be honing right now that you already have the natural ability, but that you can also strengthen? So when I lived in Scottsdale in 2019, I had a meditation chair and I would go out there every morning, usually around 2 a.m. And I would be there from 2 a.m. to pretty much 5 a.m. And I would have my journal, but I would be tapped in, which meant I was connecting to source. Okay. And I was strengthening my channel and I knew it. So I'd done lots of meditation years prior, but this was a phase where I was also creating some things, but I really needed a strong channel at that time. I was doing a lot of writing. And so, um, yeah, so I would sit there and I was basically meditating and writing for that amount of time. And as you know, the veil is very thin between the hours of 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. And so that is when we have really strong connection and get a lot of messages. And so having some sort of practice that you're doing, Heather, is very important. Okay. And then she says, how do I choose full-time job or the business? And I have no idea what the business would be. Okay. So then start asking questions like, what am I passionate about? What are my natural abilities? What am I excited about? What does the world need? What do I have, passion about offering? What do I see other people doing that I'm like, yes, I want to do that. Right. I know that you love to travel. So that's probably part of it as well. Okay. So start asking questions and then, which I'm sure some of you have heard on some of my other calls, the 3 questions to ask God, to ask Spirit are this: where would you have me go? What would you have me do? And how can I serve? Where would you have me go? What would you have me do? And how can I serve? Okay. Um, and then she's seen a lot of numbers like the 111s and the 1111s out in the world. Okay. So I always look that up. I have a certain site that I use to look up those numbers. And also, again, it's like, okay, I got the message. But if it's a message, if I look up the number and I'm like, that doesn't resonate for me, I let it go. Because you have to understand there's so many things trying to lead us astray. Like so many things that are running so many different agendas here. That's why you have to come back to yourself, to your heart, to your soul, to your truth, no matter what, over other people's voices, over other people's projections onto your life, over other people's will on your life, over other people pulling at you. Like you have to build up the strength and the connection within yourself first and foremost, because that overrules everything. Okay. So, Heather, I hope that's helpful. And